What's good, guys? Welcome back to the First Take. I'm Eddie Reese and I'm joined by Salim from Bollyfools. Salam. I always say Salam.
Why do you say Salim?
Salim.
Why do you say Salim?
I heard someone say you pronounce it wrong. Your own name.
Who said that?
I don't know, some mad person.
It's my name! It's my name! How do they know?
Today we're going to be reviewing Fans. So, let's get... Oh, wait, hold up. Got a phone call. Sorry about this. Sorry. I know it's unprofessional. Oh, what? Hello?
Hi Eddie, it's me Salim. I'm just running late. Dude, there's like shitloads of traffic everywhere.
What if
so it's probably going to take me about another 10-15 minutes to get down to you. So
Who
just
the hell?
bear with me and I'll be there shortly.
That's a bit over the top, wasn't it?
So, we just watched Fan. He's already got his review up on Bollyfools.
That's correct, yeah.
With Ravi. And he's going to do one with me because he's, you know, you're more versed in the Bollywood scene. It's actually a good movie, I gotta admit. It definitely surprised me. It shouldn't have, because the trailer was really solid leading into this.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. For those who aren't aware, Shah Rukh Khan plays two roles. He plays Aryan Khanna
and Gaurav.
and Gaurav. The fan and the idol.
Antagonist, yeah.
And it's like, it's creepy because the makeup on the young guy, Gaurav. The makeup is crazy because it makes him legitimately look creepy. Like his eyes are exaggerated, they're bigger. And just the chubby cheeks, and it kind of adds to that creepiness of the character, who at the beginning you love.
Well, yeah.
Or you like at the very least.
Well, whilst watching this film, Ravi was saying, is it just me or do you find him really creepy? I didn't actually find his features creepy.
I did, very much.
But I did as the film progressed, and his sort of fascination when it came down to Aryan Khanna, that in itself was creepy. But what is even more crazy is that how fucked up are his parents? Because his parents are to blame.
They enable him.
Yes.
They enable him.
Yes.
So basically, he's this poor kid from I think it's New Delhi.
Yeah, Delhi.
And he's got his little cyber cafe making his money, and he's just the biggest Aryan Khanna fan. He just loves the guy. He's his idol, and so, you get a glimpse of how much he wants to be a hero when those guys come into the cyber cafe at the beginning.
Right.
And he's fighting against them, and he's kind of proud that he stood up to the bad guys, and he's like,
like Aryan Khanna
Exactly.
in an action movie, yes.
yes. So then he enters the talent contest. Yeah, wins.
Yep.
Because I think it's Khanna's birthday coming up as well, and he wants to show him that he won. He wants to show him the thing as well.
He wants to show him the medal,
trophy.
the trophy. But equally, he actually does want to highlight to Aryan Khanna, when he meets him, if he did meet him under different circumstances, how he actually, the journey that he took, because the journey that he takes.
Exactly, yeah, I was going to get to it. He recreates it, because Aryan Khanna's from a similar background. He was a poor kid who went to Mumbai with no money, no train ticket, and he does the same thing. He gets on the train without a ticket, and that actually gives us our first glimpse at the craziness in him when they apprehend him, and he hangs out, he jumps off the side of the train, he's holding on. That kind of gives you a glimpse of how extreme this guy's willing to go, how far he's willing to go in order to get where he wants and do what he wants to do, and it just shows he's a little unhinged. That's where you kind of get a glimpse. He gets to Mumbai.
Yep.
Same room that Aryan Khanna was in.
That's correct.
When he first got there, and then he goes to the house to see his idol, and then you realize he's just one of many in this sea of
millions. Yeah.
He's just one of many. He's just.
But that's
he's
great.
Nobody.
Could you imagine that? At that point, it doesn't even hit him.
Yeah.
Until he's there.
Yeah. He just thinks.
Yeah.
He's go there.
He's the biggest fan. He has access to Aryan Khanna's house. No problem. Which, funny enough, he kind of does at one point.
Yeah.
But
he literally just tries to walk in at one point. Like, okay, yeah, these guys are there. That's nice. And just tries to think he can just walk in.
But that's crazy, because that at that point where he screams out Aryan Khanna's name, hoping hoping that, yes, that Aryan Khanna will listen to him, will reach out and say, you, come. He doesn't do that.
Nope.
But it's such a messed up situation for him because you can see the passion in his eyes, that how much he just wants Aryan to just look at him and acknowledge him.
So then he figures, okay, I have to do something in order to get noticed. And then he hears about the rivalry that Aryan Khan has with this other actor.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, okay, if I can deal with this guy, maybe that will help and it will impress him and show him how dedicated he is. So that leads us to the first kind of, well, not a problem, but it could have been a little more extreme. I think you were even pointing out when he basically gets access to.
Yeah, he gets access to his trailer.
A little too easy.
You know,
a little too easy.
I didn't mind him getting into the trailer. You know, fine, you're a fan, come in the trailer, chill out with me for a little while.
What's the over the hot girls that he was already talking to?
Maybe that guy was gay. Maybe he was gay. Anyway, pulling him into the trailer, but the way Gaurav handled that actor, I feel there should have been a bit more of a psychotic behavior and more menacing and more twisted, some of the things that he was doing. Because literally...
should have hurt him.
Yeah, because he didn't have him tied up.
Yeah, he just kind of put him on the chair and just waved the trophy at his face. It should have been a knife. He should have literally hurt.
Yeah, a knife.
Hit him, blood on the side.
Yeah. If that would have been a bit more believable, but all he's doing is pushing him and telling him to read stuff with a trophy in his hand. Now, if you're in that situation, we know it's just a film, but if I'm in that situation, I'd end up just like jumping off my seat and punching the dude in the head.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
He gets the guy to do an apology, but then he sends Aryan Khan the proper footage.
Yep.
Of what really happened to show how dedicated he is, and that's when Aryan Khan realizes, this guy's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
And where does he go from there? That's when they agree that they called him to say that they're gonna meet up. So he's all excited, like, oh my god, he's coming here, he's gonna meet me, yes, knock on the door. Police.
Yes, the police. Mm-hmm. And now, when the police turn up, I was really impressed.
But that takes up that little chase scene.
Yes. So I was really impressed with that video game style.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
People opening the windows, him holding on, just moving pillar to pillar like Uncharted.
Uncharted. But I was gonna say, it reminded me very much of like something that you would see in a 90s Jackie Chan movie.
Right.
That's that sort
have
of
that feel to it as well.
It's like the sort of funny little jumps, the bad guys falling around and doing all sorts of shit. And it kind of showed you that he isn't necessarily a bad guy because he wasn't trying to kill those police. Because there were times where they were falling off, but he was actually a little concerned and he was trying to help them a little bit. So it shows you he isn't. So you're still kind of thinking, oh, maybe he's not so bad. He's just a little unhinged. But then, they get him. Eventually, he tries to run, but they get blindsided. Now, in prison, getting whipped, basically spanked.
Nah, man, he was getting hit. His legs
were spanking him.
Okay, fine.
My mum did worse to me.
Let me get some big sticks.
Did worse to me.
You go on the wall and let me just spank you.
Somebody walks in and you're there spanking me.
Yes,
How creepy.
No,
you want to spank me, Salim?
No, I didn't. No.
On film, you got this. You want to spank me? Is that what you're saying?
I said, let me just hit you with those police sticks and see if it hurts because you're saying that didn't feel like it hurts.
Police sticks.
Yeah, the police sticks.
I think we're getting a glimpse.
All right, okay.
Into your desires.
No, I think we're getting a glimpse into how messed up your thinking actually is.
This is why you broke up with your ex-girlfriend.
What are you talking about?
Beating her too much. I can't take it anymore.
Right, okay, so now this is really interesting. Don't listen to him, you don't know what he's talking about. Right, so now
they're face to face now.
Yeah, when they're face to face, for me that was a complete eye-opener. It was shocking because you really got to see Shah Rukh Khan's performance.
It was really good. You do forget.
Yeah.
You just completely forget that he's too hot. It's the same actor playing these two roles and you just completely blank it.
And I've always said this, the mark of a great actor is one that steps into a character's shoes and plays that character flawlessly. And he did that with Aryan Khanna and he did that with Gaurav. But that scene was very, very powerful when he says, you are not my fan. This person, Gaurav's, his whole world at that point falls apart just hearing those words. But worse, knowing that it was Aryan Khanna that got him in prison and got him beaten up.
And you can see him looking at him like, you're not the person I thought you were.
Right. Well, he says it. I wouldn't be nowhere without. You wouldn't be anywhere without your fans. That line.
And he doesn't want to acknowledge that. He's very. It is hard. You're right. It's hard to really root for because he's not. Aryan Khan is not a nice guy, not necessarily. Even though he is the victim for the most part, he's just an arrogant bastard. You know, he's kind of lost connection with that journey he had to get where he is.
Because because that line comes up multiple times in the film, but yet every time it's going to come up, Aryan Khan does not. He doesn't actually complete the line, or he doesn't say it. Yeah, it gets to a point where he forgets that it was the fans, and it was people like Gaurav that got him to where he is.
So Gaurav gets out with a warning, and he decides, okay, I'm gonna dedicate myself and all my resources to basically sabotaging
Aryan Khan,
idol. So he sells up the cybercafe.
That's correct.
Gets the money, and he decides to basically. At first, you think that it's Aryan Khan when they're in London, and he's jogging through the streets.
Yes, you did, but then there was that point where he stopped, and he looks at I think he looks at Madame Tussauds or something. He comes up with the idea. And he smiles, and you can see the shadow that you're like, no, it's not him, but you're still not sure.
Yeah, so he goes to Madame Tussauds. So it seems to be a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't like a big. That's the way they kind of played it. It wasn't like something that was massively planned out, which would have been better if it was something he really did calculate in doing.
Yeah, but I just want to address something that I'm glad that it was 1 week. What? 1 week?
A year.
1 year later, because it gives him to really get into whether he's been training in that year, because it seemed like he kind of had been training.
Yeah, because he wasn't a skinny little kid.
No.
But the thing is, if it's a 1 year from that, for one, he would have burned through that money he spent off from that cybercafe for one in that 1 year.
But it depends what he's doing. If he's at home, just training at home.
True. I would have also wanted a more calculating plan, because like I said, the Madame Tussauds thing seemed to be a spur of the moment. He just happened to run past and think, oh, I'm going to go in there. Yeah. It would have been so if it was a proper plan. That whole sequence I would have liked it if it was a bit more extreme.
Yeah.
But it gets us going to where we need to get to. So he goes there, sees the fans. Some little girl sees him, and it's like, and it's like, okay, it's me, and he just starts.
Well, it was good the way it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
But the way you felt the moment that the action bit with the security guards from Madame Tussauds, that could have been slightly bit better. Were you saying that to me earlier on?
It's more extreme. I wanted it because what it causes, the storm that happens after this, I think wasn't necessarily warranted as much. But then I remember, he did point the gun to that female security's head, so that was crazy. That bit was. But I would have preferred it if he literally did hurt someone legitimately. Like, even if it was just like punching a cop or something. I think just a little bit more.
Didn't he whack the gun on the face of one of the security guards?
If he did, I'm blanking.
Yeah.
If he did, then okay, that's fine.
I think he did.
Because of the way that detective was treating him, and just the way the utter disrespect that he had towards Aryan Khan once they finally arrest Khan instead of Gaurav. It was like, could have been a bit more. I don't know if he did enough to really warrant the hatred that cop had. But it gets us going like, okay, so I already knows that this is getting out of control, like what's going on. And then we go to, is it Italy?
I'm blanked out. I don't know where it was.
Somewhere else in Europe, I believe.
It was somewhere in Europe, right?
Vienna or somewhere. So he's at that function. This is another time I reckon Gaurav could have been, remember the name, he could have been more extreme, because he dances with the daughter. He just kind of caresses her, just touches her side. Little summer.
Yeah, but see, the way to look at that,
it could be a cultural thing. The reason why I'm thinking it's not
it
that big a deal, that it doesn't warrant this. They were saying that she was molested. She was like, he just kind of, cheeky little. I don't know what it is. Cheeky little tongue. Like, I reckon he should have just full on groped her. If you're gonna do it, then fully do it. That warrants, that justifies the hatred. The world turns against him. The world turned against him after that.
Yeah, they do, because of the name whose daughter that actually is.
It should have been a full-on breast just grab, like, then he could be like,
he really wanted to do that. Really wanted to do that.
See? It would have made sense, because they're back, because he goes out on stage in London at the O2, and it's just empty.
Yeah.
Everyone cancelled. And I don't think just gliding your hand against some girl's side is going to warrant people
Yeah,
cancelling the whole concert. Like
I don't know, man. I see it from a cultural point of view.
it sounds like I'm being harsh on this film. I'm not. I enjoyed this film thoroughly. I
Yeah,
just wanted
like
more.
in my mind, if I had a daughter and she was being touched up by Aryan Khanna in that way.
Was it a touch up? I guess if I was that father, I would have still.
He had his hand on her tits and everything. He was like touching her up. You may not seen it properly, but I'm sure.
I guess it was implied. I can't go with that. But yeah, then it kind of that leads into the chase all around the city. That was like more like a Mission Impossible Bourne type of across the rooftop.
Yeah, what I would have liked if for them to push more pressure on Aryan Khanna that he's like running after a fan. You know
what, to make it look
crazy. Even more crazy. I think that would have been, people on their phone cameras recording it, and Aryan Khanna beating this like guy.
Oh my god, he's lost his mind.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. I would have liked that, but that chase scene itself was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Definitely it was.
And when you bring up Jackie Chan's sort of style that he applies in a lot of his films, it felt like that to me, that they took some of that style, that creativeness, and they applied it in fan, which I think is a really cool thing.
Yeah, it was
because I know that Shah Rukh Khan is a massive Jackie Chan fan as well.
Yeah. I was actually saying in one of my other, I think it was a trailer reaction for Fan, I was surprised back in the 90s during both their heydays, they never worked together. And apparently you guys were saying that it came close to happening a few times.
Yeah,
but it was a
lot
shame.
to do with money.
Yeah, it was a shame because that would have just been massive. Those two audiences would have just made a massive movie.
Yeah.
So what happens after that?
Well, after that, Gaurav gets away because he jumps off into the river. And Aryan Khanna he obviously knows that it's Gaurav at this point. He knew it anyway.
Persuade the police, no one else believes him. Is that when he goes back to Mumbai and that's when Gaurav goes to his house?
He, at that point, he believed that his wife believed that was Aryan Khanna. So everything was going fine, but still, he was slightly a bit concerned that, wait a minute, maybe she's clocked on, and that's when he gets the daughter.
Yeah, when she gets the gun.
That was pretty freaky.
That was good. That was a good bit there. Where he's like this. She walks in and he's just holding her like.
That was pretty messed up. And then you've got the scene straight after that where they're in like Aryan Khanna's trophy room, and he's just basically smashing everything up. And expressing himself that all it was is all I need is a sorry, that sort of stuff. So that was pretty good as well.
And it's by him saying that all he wants is a sorry was what you were saying made you feel like he wasn't necessarily the bad guy. That sorry is such a minor thing, but the extremes that he was going to though to get that sorry. Yeah,
but still, Aryan Khanna. Look, the dude had Gaurav beaten up, his fan beating the crap out of. In prison, all right? There's some point, first of all, you shouldn't do that, but there's some point.
He was on Gaurav's side, by the way. I was on Aryan Khanna's side.
I'm at Gaurav's side to a point. Like, obviously, what he does to Aryan Khanna's wife, and the kids,
so if a
Bollyfools
fan breaks into your house, poses as you, starts going to your workplace and your friend, and starts uploading videos with Ravi pretending to be him. you be cool with that?
No, but first of all, I wouldn't. Okay, if somebody beats up one of your rivals and then calls you on the exactly.
Go for it, guys.
Yes.
Take it. You have my.
Good.
you have my thumbs out acceptance.
Okay,
take him out.
Who's pretty big?
Take him out.
Who's pretty big? Okay. If somebody beats up Jabby Quay.
I like Jabby. He's a likable guy.
All right. Okay. Well, all right.
So he does more Indian stuff than I do. So
who do you?
I don't have any rivals. I actually get on everybody.
We love everyone. Eddie, don't say it.
Khanna decides it's okay. He wants to play around with my family and get close to people I care about. He decides he's going to do the same. He pays a visit to the family, the mom and dad.
Yep.
Through, like you were saying, they're just as to blame for this because they enabled.
What his dad at that point does say, well, you should have just said sorry. You should have just said, it would have all been avoided if you just said sorry. But the mother does acknowledge the fact that they are also responsible for his development to the stage as well.
And then they drop the hint that there's that girl that kind of not really his girlfriend, but kind of a girl that he's cool with, and that he decides to get her on stage and to get her to say that she loves him and all of that, and then that kind of leads to that big sort of face-off chase that ends up on the rooftops.
Yeah, which was pretty wild, isn't it? That was. See, I think that the running time for the film was slightly long, about 10 minutes. I said this with the review with Ravi.
2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 hours, 26 minutes. So I would have liked to see 10 minutes maybe cut off from that. Although, this is the other thing. Although I liked the chase scene when I believe it was in Italy, but I liked that chase scene. The second chase scene, I think they could have just... I don't know, I know it's reaching towards the end of the film and you're building up a climax, but because we had seen 2 of these chase scenes, I just didn't feel, one of them
kind
was...
of free in a way. With the police one as well, he was on the side of the building.
Yeah.
Just chase. But
that one I didn't mind because it was slightly different.
This is where we differ though, because you were happy that, it had only one death. Spoilers if you ain't seen it yet.
Spoilers!
Well, we ain't said who died. So if you still yet to see it, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
So you were happy that only the Aryan survives.
Yeah, because...
And Gaurav dies.
Yes.
I wanted both of them to die. I thought that would have been a satisfying end. Now I get where someone wants a happy ending to a degree.
Yeah, but there isn't no happy ending. And how would you end it?
I want them to just...
Both of them die. How is that an end?
End with a news broadcast. They know that they were wrong about him. That okay.
No, that sounds whack. No way.
The funeral.
No.
That's sad. I like misery. I want this film to end with misery.
Listen. It was nice the way they tied it up. It was nice the way they tied it up.
They went back circle.
Aryan Khanna's waving to his
people,
fans.
and then he kind of sees just a random figure who I guess he's kind of projecting that any one of these people could be the next.
Yeah, Gaurav. Yeah.
When he kind of squares in on one guy, and they kind of Yeah, I liked it. It was a satisfying, enjoyable movie. Yeah, thumbs up definitely, man. What'd you give it out of 10? No, out of 5.
Oh, out of 5. I'll probably give it a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, because I can't really. The film for a 2 hour 26 minute movie, right, was captivating. It was enjoyable. It was paced really, really well. The performance was good. The CGI was good.
It was never a dull moment. You gotta say that definitely. It was very.
It was a good story. And the reason why I'm not giving it a 5-star, and I would like to give it a 5, but the only reason why I wouldn't, is because just minor things, such as when he's in the trailer and he's not really beating, and I think I would have liked Gaurav to take a bit more even more for darker turn,
That's what I was saying.
Not over the, but just a slightly bit more. But overall, I can't fault this film.
I'll give it a solid 4. Solid 4. I enjoyed it very much. I definitely would have liked him to be more of a clean-cut villain or a clean-cut breakdown mentally, where he just becomes way more extreme. But that's just a minor quibble. I still enjoyed it regardless. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, man. What about you guys? What did you think of it? Where does it rank? Let us know down below in the comments. Go check out the Bollyfools.
We want to hear from you. And I said this in our review as well. Who do you side with? Do you side with Gaurav?
Aryan.
Or Aryan?
Aryan, obviously.
Who do you side with? It's an interesting conversation in itself.
You know who to side with. Don't be as delusional as this guy. It makes sense. Aryan Khan.
So you wouldn't say sorry to your fans? You wouldn't say when you're wrong? You wouldn't get them arrested and beaten up?
If you like the video, please subscribe.
Is that what you do?
Give it a thumbs up.
Is that what you do? Is that what you saw?
Like, share, and all of that shit.
I heard about that guy that got beaten up.
My name's Ed Reese.
That you sent down to his house
and this has
you
been
got beaten up. I heard it,
on
Eddie. Why did you just put it in there? Why did you let them listen to you?